can't wait to see what illusion you've come up with for us. One of those romantic boy meets girl, boy loses girl stories?
It's better than that.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry if the audio is a little spotty. I'm trying to record live audio and I'm just using the camera just to kind of see how this video comes out. For all I know, I could end up not liking it at all and doing a voiceover, but I'm trying to use live audio because I really like filming my videos this way. But anyways, for this video, I kind of wanted to start doing like different topics with my bullet journal videos, so kind of just like covering different topics with how I plan and do things with school and all of that. So I thought that today we could talk a little bit about how I use calendars on my phone and my computers to track my time. So one thing that I'm going to show you guys now, just on my phone because for convenience sake, it's a phone. Let me just zoom you in. So this is my iPhone, obviously, and as you can probably kind of very faintly see, there are pretty much dots on every single day. Let me wipe this off real quick so there's not the giant fingerprint smudge. There are pretty much dots on every single day, which means that there are events on every single day. So every single day I actually decided to put in my whole class schedule. I put in when I need to film videos, when I'm streaming on Twitch, and all this different stuff. So you can kind of see for yesterday, for example, I put in for my macroeconomics class in the notes, I said, oh, today we reviewed for our exam, for our principles of management class, we were supposed to have a presentation. We didn't end up having that presentation, so I actually need to go in and I'll show you guys how I do this. So I just hit edit. Usually I'm actually doing this on my computer and I'm gonna throw up a screenshot of what my calendar looks like on my computer because it looks absolutely insane. But you just scroll down to the bottom and put in notes. So today, or Friday, will actually be our presentation because we didn't have time to go on Wednesday. And then instead of saving for all events, you just hit save for this event only. And there it goes. So now I know what's going on in that class. Like for public speaking, I already know that tomorrow I have my speech and I have a quiz on our chapter 2 reading. So that's what I need to do. I don't know what's going on in principles of marketing. And then in macroeconomics, I have an exam on chapter 7, 8, and 9. So it's kind of nice for me to be able to go through and just put everything in. This is a call that I have with someone, that's what the green is. And the colors just represent the different calendars. So for the most part, everything that's regularly happening every single week, like my classes or appointments, all the regular kind of stuff like streaming, filming videos, all of that stuff is kind of regular. So I decided to put all of those on one calendar, and then all of the things that kind of pop out that are different, like this call is something that's different, this appointment is something that's different. I put those in a different calendar so that they're a little bit different. So I have human geography in an hour and 12 minutes, so very little time to film this video. But I wanted to get it filmed today instead of tomorrow because tomorrow is going to be a very busy day for me and I'm not expecting to want to actually do anything tomorrow after class because it's going to be a very long day. But anyways, I thought that I would just show you guys that. Like this weekend, oh, I need to film this vlog and it goes up on Tuesday. What's this vlog gonna be about? And then I put in, oh, it's gonna be a Saturday in my life. So kind of like a Saturday, follow me around. What do I do on a Saturday kind of thing. I did the same thing with this video. Film plan with me, upload on Sunday. Notes using a digital calendar with my bullet journal is what I'm explaining in this video. And that kind of allows me to go in and say, hey, this week I want to do my March plan with me. And then I can just pop this around and say, hey, that Friday doesn't work for me. Why don't I move this to a different day? And that kind of thing. And on the computer, you actually can like drag and drop events and kind of drag them around a little bit easier that way. So I really enjoyed using it on the computer. But basically having that in my phone makes it a lot easier to just keep everything on track and know what's happening, so I can remember, oh, in like my public speaking class is the first class of the day and I'm not finished until 6 hours later. So it's kind of easier to say, oh, we did this in class today, we did this lecture, my speech is on this day, all of that kind of stuff so that I know where I am in my classes. But basically what's happening in my bullet journal right now, this was my weekly week at a glance for the semester. It has since changed only slightly. It hasn't really changed that much. So I'm just leaving it as is until I actually need to change it in May when I decide where I'm going. But basically for a monthly calendar, nothing really much on here, nothing really exciting. I actually do have another babysitting gig on this day, so I'm gonna write that in right now. And yes, this is a fountain pen. It was $15 on Amazon and I absolutely love it. I will try to remember to put it in the description box below, but it is my everyday writer and I really love writing with it because it's so smooth and nice. And then I just used the Waterman Paris Noir Intense Black ink. And I just got a bottle of that ink, which looks like this. Very exciting. Yeah, I just really like writing with a fountain pen. I tried those Pilot Varsity fountain pens first, just because they're a cheaper option, because they're disposable fountain pens. But if you want to try fountain pens, I would recommend just starting there just to make sure that you actually like them. And then you can move on to building, like coming up with your own combo of stuff. But anyways, I have my month at a glance that I don't really use or really look at that much, honestly. I'm very much more about my weeklies and my dailies, and then I have my time log. I did end up having a few days where I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? And didn't track. So I just wrote that in there. Honestly, I don't really care about this being like perfect. Everything is like perfectly filled out. As you can kind of see, there are like little spaces where I'm like, I don't remember what I did. So nothing about this has to be perfect in my mind. So I don't know, I don't really care about having blank spots and stuff like that. And then I was playing around with some classes here, and this was the first week of February, the first full week of February. And then continuing with that, didn't really plan. I don't really do dailies on the weekends, which is kind of interesting. I discovered that about myself. But there's that. And then this is another week. So like I can pretty much fit a whole week on one page, which is kind of interesting. And then this is like 3 pages taped together because I couldn't decide how I wanted to make an assignment tracker. And I still don't really like this. Or kind of just going with it and seeing what happens. I don't really like this page either, but we're reusing it because I can't take these 2 pages together because this is this week. So I didn't do anything on Monday. I kind of just slapped these pictures in. I didn't really put a lot of thought into it. It's very gray, which now I'm realizing like, oh, I could have done the lettering in like a pink or something like that to kind of make it a little bit more fun. But I used my little weekly section a lot more this week, which I really liked. And I definitely want to do that next week. So I thought that we could go ahead and put in my log for Thursday and set up next week, do the little page for next week. So anyways, I'm going to switch over to some music and I'm going to speed you guys up. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Lovely girl.